Hey guys, how's it going today? This is Boost Brigade, and today I'm going to be reviewing a custom Boost Blades arrow that I got from Will Boost. If you don't know, he does make custom knives. He has a lot of Wii knives that he has production runs of, which is really cool. But this is the made in the USA arrow. And this one's blue with a darker blue anodized pocket clip. The blade length is about 3.2 inches, somewhere around there. There's a beautiful stonewash on it. There's micro milling in the frame. There's lightning pockets in there. And the action is just really, really nice. So this is the flipper version. He has two types. He has the flipper version, and then he has the front flipper version. The front flipper came out first, and that one's really cool too. And I actually have that one right in this box. So this is the kind of packaging that it comes in. It's really cool. It's like a 3D printed case here. Then you open it up. And then on his older ones, it was like a 3D printed for the whole inside too. So the knife just nestles in there. But so this is like the card that he sends. Really cool. And then this is the front flipper version. This is his latest run that he did. And it just comes like this. In the first one I got, he sent some Weha Torx bits with it too. And I had this one custom made, exactly my voltage, custom everything. Beautiful, beautiful action. And this one's actually, as you can see, it's made in magnacut. So I ordered it a long time ago, and the production time took quite a while. So when I ordered it, just like this one, is supposed to be cpm154, and he gave me a nice little surprise, and he upgraded it to magnacut without even, telling me. Well, he told me when he was shipping it out, but I had no idea. And just look at that action. The front flipper is very snappy too. Very, very easy, and the action is just amazing on this. On the front flipper, it's amazing. This is the newer one. This is his newest run that he did. This one's like a bronze and a darker bronze, and then I got the titanium over travel stop with this custom titanium pivot screw. And then this was the first one I got. This was from an earlier run, and it's just kind of more of a standard pivot screw. It's got a micarta over travel stop on it, if the camera will focus. But yeah, I mean, you got the flipper, if you like to flip them, back flipper, and then you can spidey flick it real easy. Now the action on this blue one is slightly different than the action on the front flipper. I don't know if it's because of the lock bar tension based off of the flippers. I'm not sure, but this one's almost guillotine, almost fall shut, but it's got just a little bit of resistance in there. And the noises it makes is like really cool. It has like this little ting sometimes, that Boost Blades ting that a lot of his models have. And then this one, just the milling and the titanium it's really, really nice. The anodizing is perfect. Just really well done by Will Boost. And then I like the aesthetic of the front flipper. It's a little harder to manipulate. And the action, I don't know if it's because it's a newer run and he's dialed in the tolerances even more or what, but I mean, this action's really good too. It's just not falling shut like the other one. But either one, when you disengage it, you feel like nothing. It's like writing on glass, And then they're all perfectly centered, perfect everything. Let me see if I can show you the inside. So there's the inside. You can see the lightning pockets, and then there's some more lightning pockets, and it's got the model serial number, made in the USA. Really cool. and the front flip goes every time, just like the back flipper. And they're just really, really well made. They're custom. They're made to order. You tell him what you want when his books are open, and he'll produce it for you. And he's got okay communication, but granted, he's just one guy, so um, I did have to use. I'm a patient person, so it does sometimes take him a little while to get back to you with emails and stuff. But he's a pretty busy guy, and once he does get back to you, he makes sure that everything's right. So I've had nothing but good experiences with him, as long as you take into account that he's, custom making these knives and it takes time. And I know he moved into a new shop recently, so that kind of slowed down his response time for a little bit too. But overall, I'm really happy with him, and the action is just phenomenal. And if you look at it, it's pretty thin behind the edge too. It's very thin actually. For any knife, it's really thin behind the edge. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate how thin they are. I mean, these aren't going to be hard use knives. These are more like, I'm going out to dinner, I'm going out with my family. I do carry both of them. I don't use them as hard as other knives. I do got a little bit, I don't know if you can see, just a little bit of scratching on the pocket clip. If my camera would focus. Maybe I'll move this out of the way, maybe it'll focus better. So, I mean, a little bit of scratching on the pocket clip, but the anodizing's held up real well. And the machining in there is very fine machining. And if you look on the pocket clip, if my camera will focus, you can see there's even micro machining on the pocket clip. And the pocket clip is just perfect. It goes in the pants so good. Let's see if I can demonstrate. See how that I mean, that is perfect for a pocket clip. And it's super light. I think I don't know how many ounces it is, but it's probably in the 2.5 ounce range as far as weight goes. So that's really nice. And then this one, this is also the milled handles, but this is his newer version. So it looks like he coursed out the milling a little bit on the new ones, which is fine. It's still really nice. And that magnacut blade, beautiful stone washing, just really nice, really well done. There's not a lot of knives that can compete with the action on this knife that I have owned or will ever own, I guess you could say. And the prices on these are really, really fair for a custom knife, and I'm actually surprised that it's not more like hot than it is. I guess not a lot of people really. Basically, it was easy to get in on his books. I just went on there, signed up, got my order in, and waited about 6 months, and boom, there you go. The only other knife that I have that even comes close as far as action goes is my Koenig Mini Goblin, and I haven't seen these around for a little while. I don't know if they stopped making them to gear up for the mini Arias or whatnot, but this one, really good action too. And they're comparable in, they're comparable in blade length, but not really in size. So, like size wise, the Mini Goblin's just a lot more, I want to say chunky. It's a lot more knife here on the Mini Goblin, but this is the only other knife that I could kind of give reference to the action on. I don't own any Grimsmos or anything like that, so but I love the action. And one thing that I did notice is on the customs, he doesn't have like a lock bar insert. Maybe that'll come on later ones, or maybe he just doesn't need them. I haven't had any problems with mine, but it's just something I noticed. But yeah, the action is phenomenal. And then the only other custom knife I have is this Hoback Radford. I had Jake make this for me. a while ago, like kind of like when they first came out, a little bit after. And this one, I mean, this one has like a detent ramp, but it kind of catches right there, so you don't really get that full beautiful action until after you overcome that detent. But then after that, the action's pretty good. But the action on this isn't as smooth as the Koenig or the Boost Blades Aero. And then let's talk about price too, because the price is pretty shocking to me, because I mean, there's production knives that are hovering around $500 now, and you know, you have foreign manufactured knives that are getting close to 500 bucks, this and that. This is made in the USA by one man and his wife, Leo. I think her name is Leo, but him and his wife, they make these knives themselves. And the price I paid for this one with the titanium over travel stop was like I want to say 590 or 575, somewhere around there. And that's because I went with the titanium over travel stop and the milling on the handles. And then this one was, I think, 550. And this one has a micarta over travel stop and the milled handles. So I think you can get it as low as like $500 for a custom knife. And to me, that's pretty remarkable considering what's out there in the world today in the market. I don't know if he has his books right now, and he's not super active on Instagram. But if you can get a hold of him, I mean, these knives for the price, it's pretty amazing. I remember I bought this Koenig for about $500 too, a long time ago though. That was before all the inflation and everything, so I don't know how much the Koenigs go for right now because I haven't really been following. But we'll go ahead and, I mean, just the price of it is just pretty astounding to me. And then the build quality is amazing. And then, you know, I'm a big fan of the 940, so if you check it out against the regular 940 and then the Mini Osborne, you can see it's kind of like right in between the two as far as blade length goes. But as far as pocketability, it's one of the nicest knives for like pocket slimness and, you know, having that thin silhouette. So it just really slides in the pocket nicely. And I just want to kind of share these with you and show them off a little bit because I haven't seen like a whole lot of reviews of them. So I mean, I don't think there's a ton of them out there anyway, but as far as like, if I were to say go like get a production knife that costs $500, or if you could get one of these customs, if you don't mind like the more gentlemanly thin, this is more of a thin slicier kind of design, I would definitely recommend Boost Blades. Just be forewarned about, you know, the time frame can take a little long and the communication can be a little bit lagging behind, but he's a good dude and I have nothing but nice things to say about him, and I'm very happy with these knives. So if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe if you want, and if you think there's area for improvement, just let me know and I'll definitely work on that because I'm kind of a small channel. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful day and take care. Peace.